Welcome to Whiskey's Journey. My name's Peter Fasciano, and you guys are watching my channel segment called Sip It or Skip It. Let me explain it really quick if you're new to the channel. I have all of my whiskeys randomized on my phone. I'm going to spin the wheel, whatever it selects, I'm going to pull it off the shelf, do a quick review, and then let you know if I'm going to keep sipping on the bottle until it's gone and replace it, or if I'm going to not replace it when the bottle's gone and move on to something else. Sip it or skip it. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel, and let's see what we're dealing with today. All right, the Irishman. Actually, that's total coincidence. I just had this the other day with my brother-in-law and sister. So the Irishman has been done in a review early on in my channel when I was reviewing Irish single malts. So let me go ahead and pull this off the shelf, pour it, and see if it actually changed at all since the last time I had it. It wasn't very favorable. So here we go, the Irishman. Irish single malt. This is limited release, small batch Irish whiskey. All the information for it is right here. This is 40% ABV. Let's go ahead and pour it, talk about it a little bit, and let you know what I think. All right, let's get it on the nose. Fruity sweet. Jumps out of the glass. Almost a candy sweetness. Well, not almost a candy sweetness. It is a candy sweetness, sugary sweet. I do get a little bit of fruit here. Peaches, apple. Smells fantastic. Do get a little bit of malt to it as well. And I get an apple note in here, but not necessarily green apple and red apple. It might be somewhere in between. Notes of vanilla and caramel as well. This is definitely amazing on the nose. I can smell this thing forever. But I can't do that. You don't have the time, either do I. So let's go ahead and get it on the palate, see what we got. Everything on the nose is coming through on the palate, but at a very diminished note, if that makes sense. It smells better than it tastes. I do get those hints of vanilla and caramel. The apple fruitiness is still there. I get a little bit of sour in there as well. It is sweet, but it's not over the top sweet. Let's get that second sip going. All right, so that is interesting. As I go in for my sips, I'm breathing in just a little bit before the liquid actually hits my tongue, and I get different notes on the palate or in the nose. I can actually smell it, and that time I got a ton of apple on the nose. The finish on this is extremely short, really short. Comes across as a little bit flat, a little bit thin, and I think that is because of the 40% ABV. This is not bad in any way, but this is coming up well short of what I'm expecting based on the nose. Yeah, it's completely gone already. There's almost nothing in my mouth right now as far as a flavor goes. I have a little bit of barrel bitterness, and that's not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. But the sweetness is gone. The ABV at 40% is already gone. And I think that comes across, like I said, as a flat, thin whiskey. Let's get that third sip down, and I think I have a decision on whether this is gonna continue to be a sipper for me or if I'm gonna skip it. Big time apple. Let's get that third sip down. On the arrival, it's a blast of apple. You get that malty sweetness. You get the light fruits, the peaches and the apple. It immediately disappears. There's no development in the mid palate. Hits a little bit of bitterness in the back end. Again, not a bad thing. I'm not getting any spice in here at all, and the finish is very short. So based on all of that, I'm pretty sure you guys can guess that this is actually going to be a skip for me. It's one of those Irish whiskeys, the single malts, that are not bad, but so don't get me wrong, this is not a bad whiskey in any way. It just does not offer as much as I want. I think this is an older batch. I do believe that there is a newer batch out there with maybe a newer label, a newer bottle, and even maybe a newer distillate. I'm not exactly positive, but I have seen this in the store after I purchased this and coming in at $50. But if you just want to kick back, enjoy the nose on it, not have to think too much about the whiskey itself, this would be right up your alley. It's a crushable whiskey, that's for sure. It just doesn't offer a lot to it. Amazing on the nose. Holy cow. I think I even said that in my initial review of it, but I just can't get past the palate. There's just nothing to it that would cause me to buy another bottle. If you guys have experience with the Irishman, whether this is the older bottle or the newer bottle, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel and you like this information and you're not subscribed, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Give me a like. Share this with somebody in the whiskey world that might get an enjoyment out of it. And with all that being said, enjoy your journey. We'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.